Hey everyone, welcome. I just wanted to make another video. That vulnerability, man. Adding things to your day that are outside of routine, helping shift that energy, help to create more flow, less resistance, do things outside your comfort zone. And that's really the place I'm coming from right now. And it just feels good after the fact, when you follow through, or even when you act on your passions just for its own sake. Tapping into that creator within, and not because of who it will connect you with, what it will bring you, or even giving it a purpose other than just the experience and expression of that passion. So by doing these little things like this, getting outside your comfort zone, if you're like me and you aren't comfortable even being in front of a camera talking at home alone, that's a great place to start. Or just, anything to express yourself in creative, loving ways can help bring in this new energy to help shift you to tap into your potential more, aligning you with purpose, which I'll do more videos on soon. Purpose is many things, and it is not always associated with what you do. So, or do for a living or whatever it is. But so here I am, open, vulnerable, expressive. But I also did want to share some things that have been coming up a lot lately, things that I've been hearing from others, seeing, observing, feeling in my own self, just collective energy in general, especially with the cosmic energy going on right now affecting us. It's just this heightened state of anxiety. We all go through these ebbs and flows, and you could feel real high, you're doing real good, you have all the motivation, the energy, you feel super empowered, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere it's boom, what just happened? You didn't have a bad interaction with someone that caused it. There was no significant thing or experience that caused you to just all of a sudden revert back into this hyper anxious state, confused, uncertain, really no passion, drive, or motivation to get out of bed or to move forward, or you're doing things because you have to, if you have to clock into work and things like that just to show up, but you're not being fully present or energized. You've lost vitality, or even just a desire to continue to create and expand, explore, and experience. So a lot of people struggling with this anxiety without having an attachment or a story as to why can sometimes be really confusing. And I will forewarn, that's normal. You're not alone, and there's no need to try to conjure up a story for your own sanity. You know what I mean? There doesn't have to be a reason. So we are all energy. We are symbiotically in this movement with everything and everyone around us, whether we see it or not. So cosmically, the plants and animals, nature and Mother Earth, friends, family, strangers, just this energy is all around us, okay? And then our own. And so I don't really have a point or purpose other than addressing this energy and letting you know that you're not alone, and self-acceptance, self-love, compassion, responsibility for self, taking ownership. All of these things are super important in this time, in this experience. There's a lot of projection. There's a lot of emotional responding. And I've said this before in another video, that I believe that we get possessed shaped by emotion, which then we take on as an identity. So be cautious to, like, I am angry or I am this, right? And so it's like over time it just becomes this like stagnant state of being. And so it's, rather than that emotion being who and what you are, it's just an experience. And emotion is energy in motion. It's all a frequency. Everything is a frequency. So you have the ability and power to shift that energy, that emotion, that experience, that feeling into a new expression, higher or lower. When you're in it, guilty of experiences everyone has, it's so difficult, right? So I'm just here as a form of support, perspective, hopefully offering some insights, accountability and empowerment. If you're local, Phoenix area, energy healing sessions, whatever it is, like, to create this support system and accountability, and even showing up for yourself. If you are experiencing depression and lack of motivation and desire, a huge accomplishment can be just putting your feet on the floor. Sometimes you don't even want to get out of bed and you have no need to, no motivation, no desire, no will to thrive. There's no judgment in that. That is an experience. There doesn't even need to be a story of how or why you got to that point. It's energy that's stuck. And you don't even have to do grand, huge things, just these little things. And that's why I'm doing this video right now, even though it's like really freaking uncomfortable, because I have energy that I need to move. I need to retrain my thought patterns, my physical habit patterns, my speech patterns. And I am doing something actively to shift this energy, right? I want to see something new and different. I don't want to live vicariously through others. I want to live here presently through me, aligned here and now, right? And create and be consciously, deliberately choosing, not just subconsciously accepting or blaming or whatever it is, right? Or wallowing, whatever. So I just wanted to address the anxiousness, the heightened anxiety, or the intensifying of it, really, is what I've been hearing from a lot of people, seeing and experiencing. You're not alone. It's there. Energy, it's a real thing. And it can be expressed in many ways. And right now, there's a lot of potent, powerful energies coming in. And we don't always know how to translate that into our own meaning and understanding, or even how to receive that energy. So it's kind of like, you know, when you work out really, really hard and the next day, like, it's leg day or something, and you like can't even, if you have to go to the bathroom, you can't even stand up from the toilet because your legs are just like dead. It's like one of my, yeah, it's really funny. But anyways, that's kind of like what this energy, but you have built muscle, right? You have progressed in a way, like you did something for you that made you feel good long term, right? So even though in that moment it's like, oh my God, like this hurts so bad, whatever, right? Or like it turns funny, like when you like can't stand up, but it was a positive action for yourself for long term, that you're temporarily experiencing pain. And so, or like inability to do something. So these energies and these frequencies that come down that aren't always even talked about, people aren't even aware of them fully, they're not recognized or acknowledged, they're here, they are present, they're affecting us on a daily basis, and they affect everyone differently. Lethargy, exhaustion, disrupted sleep patterns, These are all, nothing is wrong with you. Like, these are things that are being experienced on energetic levels because it's like an energetic upgrade, or like new frequencies are coming in and like being exchanged, and all of this is happening at a non-visible with your eyes level, right? And so I just wanted to I don't even know really, like just bring awareness to it basically, and a support, like a place for support. Feel free to reach out, comment, connect, whatever you're feeling drawn to, led to, if this resonates, and you just feel like you've been extra tired lately, or this like shallow, anxious chest breathing, you just have this like anxiety that like kind of came out of nowhere seemingly, irritability, frustration, and you're like, what the heck, like I was so solid, like what is happening, what is this? I just wanted to be that support system if you need it, and let you know that it's all a process. And so if you can incorporate tools and techniques to help you process through this, not seeking a story, not labeling, not judging, none of that is necessary. What you're feeling and experiencing is valid, but to just be there for yourself. Like if you don't have that accountability partner or the support system, you are that for you. And the best thing anyone can do for themselves right now at any moment is to make themselves a priority. I know people like to point fingers and call people selfish and whatever it is, but the best thing you can do to help the collective and to help anyone right now is to help you first. It's to make yourself the priority, to show up for yourself and be that support system. What do you need right now? What are you seeking externally? Now, how can you give that to yourself? Self-love, compassion, care, responsibility, all of these things can be expressed in a magnitude of ways. So even like that inner child within you, right? Like if they were crying out for connection, how can you provide that for yourself? How can you witness that? How can you acknowledge that? How can you tend to that? How can you see yourself, truly see yourself, be understood, and show up for yourself in how you need? Whether that means just putting your 2 feet on the floor, or going on a hike or a walk outside, connecting with nature, calling a friend, calling someone for support if it's too much for you, trusting yourself, most importantly, being vulnerable. Vulnerability creates freedom. It's that authentic expression, open, raw, real, right? Slowing down, breathing. That's a huge one for me. Oh, the breath, you guys. The breath is so powerful, so healing. Okay? Just breathe. No agenda. No reason. Patience. Slow flow. Breathe. Connect. That's how I connect with myself. That's how everyone can connect with themselves. You don't always need that like external source to like be there for you to have connection. Connect with your environment, with your body, with your breath, heart coherence, the ground, nature. Okay? Couple things I do like for anxiety, cold water. Oh my gosh, cold water therapy, whether it's like cold plunging, cold shower, splashing cold water on your face, opening your freezer door and sticking your head in, I don't know, like it really does something for you, okay? Especially with anxiety and stuff like that. There's a whole slew of things that it does for like physical health, energetic, emotional, mental, all the things. But that has been something, if you're experiencing that heightened anxiety, jump in a cold shower, splash cold water on your face, lay on your back and put your butt against the wall and your feet up against the wall and do deep breathing. Sit on the ground with your hands on your heart and like connect, like hug yourself, like a heart hug, and just breathe through your nose. Out through your mouth. Let it all out as much as you can, and just focus on the breath and hold your heart, hold yourself. Rocking, holding my heart and rocking, tapping right here, right under the clavicle space right here. It's a meridian point. Tapping is really good. That's a really good one. Lots of different things. I'll keep making more videos and stuff, but I just wanted to let you know you're not alone. You don't need a story for it all. There are some high potent energies and frequencies coming in that are affecting us on energetic levels, and you will experience that through a shift in your own responsiveness to it, like anxiety or depression or frustration, irritation, through an emotional response as well can come up too. So yeah, I just hope this helps and you're not alone, and please reach out if need be. Comment, share how you're feeling, you're experiencing. Honor yourself. You don't have go, do is freaking exhausting, you guys. And that is like such a conditioned program idea and belief system. There is so much value in slowing down. There is so much value in the power of the pause and taking time to reflect and to recenter, readjust, whatever it is you have to do. Take that time. It's necessary, okay? Rest. If you don't take naps and you feel like super wiped out, like you have to take a nap, don't fight through it. Take a nap. Who cares if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours? Listen to your body. Flow with it. Kind of surrender to what your body's asking right now. And if that's new for you, jot it down. Make a log, make a journal of your experience. Like, how did you feel after the nap? Instead of judging yourself for taking a nap if you don't normally do that or whatever it is. I say that because that's how I am. Like, I never take naps, and all of a sudden, you get the lethargy and the exhaustion and you don't know why, lack of motivation, whatever it is. Like, honor your body. We're going through different processes, okay? So sometimes the physical body needs time to catch up with the energetic body and the shifts that that's experiencing, okay? Because the physical is a lot more dense than these other vibrations that are coming in emotionally, energetically, spiritually, all those things. The physical is more dense and it takes time. So I just wanted to bring awareness around that it is a collective experience right now. And yeah, if you're feeling anything, just the power of the pause. Just stop. Hold yourself if you have to. Breathe through it. Now reassess. Now how do you feel? Were you emotionally possessed? Like I randomly just, that thought came to my mind. Or are you centered and aligned and speaking and acting and feeling from that place of alignment and truth, and not conditioning, and not projection or blame or whatever it is. But yeah, so take that time for yourself, you guys. It's really, really important, and you're not alone. Lots of potent energies coming in, okay? So go from that, have that mentality of powerlessness to empowerment. Even when you are experiencing lethargy or disruptive sleep patterns, or you just feel wiped out and exhausted or anxious, heightened emotions, triggered, How do you remain empowered through all of that? You implement tools and techniques that keep you in that space of empowerment, even through those varying emotions, the varying physical experiences. And a lot of it, most of it, right here. It's all mental, and it's so, so important to have those outlets and resources and things to implement to remain empowered in those disruptive feelings. And it is possible. And there's a lot of community out there that is willing to support. We're all here. We're in this together. And my biggest message, patience. Patience, compassion, love, right? Slow down. Take that time. Breathe. Feel your breath. Connect to it. Connect to yourself, to others, to nature. It brings this feeling of aliveness, vibrancy. Know your worth, right? And not your worth for external circumstances or reasons or purpose, but just in your beingness, your authenticity of who and what you are in its purest form, in its purest expression, right? Being it, the passion just for its own sake, not because of a reward, not because of recognition, not because of who or what it will bring or do, but in just the sake of the experience, the aliveness it brings, the connectedness it brings. So good, that breath, so good. Melt it away. God, I feel like so many of us have taken on the weight of the world, the misinformation, the pointing fingers, the blame, shame, guilt, the repetitiveness of programming and conditioning of this lifetime alone, plus the eons of ancestral programming and conditioning, habitual patterns. It is so heavy, so much. I invite you to pay attention or observe, become aware of how much you're taking on of burdens that aren't even yours. And where does that need to show up in that way of, is it from expectation or obligation from others? Are you taking this on or feeling like you have to go do and be these certain things that aren't really who you are or in alignment, or even honoring or respecting your own energy levels at any given moment? Sometimes you can give more and show up more fully, and other times you can't, and that's okay. How do you honor that within yourself, right? So just be aware of the expectation and the obligation that's showing up right now. Be aware of the conditioning and the programming, and how can you stay centered and grounded with patience and compassion. Compassion for yourself and one another. Forgiveness for yourself and one another. So important. Radical self-acceptance at every evolving stage of your life. We are meant to evolve. We are evolving creatures. Everything around us evolves. We evolve physically, consciously, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, right? How can you support yourself with radical self-acceptance, ownership in each evolving phase? Love and blessings, gratitude for you all. Reach out if you need support in remaining empowered, having that accountability, And how can you remain empowered for yourself and show up for yourself in those ways? All right. Have a good day, guys. Bye.